This is VOA News. I'm Joe Ramsey. U.S. President Joe Biden arrived in Hawaii on Monday to view the widespread damage from recent Maui wildfires, meet with survivors, and fend off criticism that his government was too slow to respond to the disaster. Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner has more.
So far, Hawaiian authorities have confirmed that the fires have killed at least 114 people on the island, but only a few of those have been identified, as a search for human remains continues, leaving Maui stuck in a state of uncertainty and grief almost 2 weeks later.
Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Monday said some people in Canada were facing horrific situations from wildfire devastation during a news conference in the Atlantic province of Prince Edward Island.
Canadians from coast to coast to coast are watching in horror the images of apocalyptic devastation and fires going on in communities that so many of us know and so many of us have friends in.
Wildfires ravaging Canada's British Columbia province are showing some signs of easing, and the weather conditions should improve through Monday into Tuesday, though crews are still battling quote-unquote epic blazes, emergency officials said. Greece has offered to train Ukrainian pilots to fly F-16 warplanes, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said during an official visit to Athens Monday. Kyiv on Friday welcomed a U.S. decision to let Denmark and the Netherlands hand F-16 fighter jets over to Ukraine once its pilots are trained to use them. Training by an 11-nation coalition is to begin this month, and officials hope to be ready by 2024. This is VOA News. The West African regional bloc ECOWAS is rejecting Niger's 3-year transition plan following a final diplomatic push against the coup leaders over the weekend. Timothy Obuzu reports for VOA from Abuja, Nigeria.
It was the first time the junta had met with ECOWAS representatives since the July 26th coup, raising hopes of continued dialogue. But the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdel Fattah Musa, says it is the pressure from ECOWAS sanctions and threat of military intervention that is making the junta more compliant. ECOWAS recently activated a standby force to intervene in Niger if negotiations fail. Defense chiefs who met in Accra last week said they're ready to take action as soon as an order is given. Timothy Obiezu for VOA News, Abuja, Nigeria.
Nigerian President Bolo Tinubu has sworn in a new cabinet of 45 ministers with a promise to fast-track reforms aimed at improving lives in Africa's biggest economy and most populous country. Tinubu swore the ministers in on Monday in the capital, Abuja, and then charged them with accountability and selfless service. The cabinet is Nigeria's largest in more than 20 years and contains fewer than 20% women. Several loyalists of Tinubu and members of his party were on the list of ministers. British nurse Lucy Letby will spend the rest of her life behind bars for murdering 7 newborn babies and trying to kill another 6, a judge ordered on Monday. Reuters correspondent Edward Barron reports.
Whole life orders are very rare, and only 3 women in Britain have received such a sentence before. They include serial killers Myra Hindley and Rosemary West. The harrowing crimes committed by Letby, who was in her 20s when she carried out her killing spree, have horrified Britain. Earlier, the court heard emotional, heart-wrenching statements from the parents of those she murdered and tried to kill. The mother of one murdered baby boy said, "There is no sentence that will ever compare to the excruciating agony that we have suffered as a consequence of your actions."
Reuters correspondent Edward Barron. A new report says female soldiers face rampant sexual harassment and other gender-related challenges in a male-dominated U.S. Army Special Operations units. The report on Monday comes 8 years after the U.S. Defense Department opened all combat jobs to women. U.S. Army Special Operations Command reports a wide range of overtly sexist comments from male soldiers, including a broad aversion to females serving in commando units.
This is VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.